Yeah, turn it up. Money don't sleep. We do it different. Yeah, fast car, money move, wrist froze, on chain too. Bad ones in the cool. Why the capital circulate? We don't lose. Late nights, liquidity, private keys, security. Life good, yo steady. Money working while she next to me. Pull up clean, city glow. Angel roar portfolio. She like vibes, I like flow. Every dollar gotta know where it go. Bank slow, I move fast. Phone buzz, yield in the past. Did the work, then the craft. Now the money double back like that. New watch, but I didn't splurge. Ran the plate, then I reimburse. Assets first, then the urge. If it don't multiply, it don't deserve. They chase highs, I chase dreams. They want love, I build machines. Fast car, money move, wrist froze, chain two, bad ones, in the cool. Why the capital circulate? We don't lose. Late nights, liquidity, private key, security. Life good, yield steady. Money working while she next to me. Self custody, no leash. Every move signed by me. Wrist defined, rules clean. I don't gamble, I scheme. Lend it out, bring it home. Borrow smart, never overloan. While we toast, funds grow. Different lifestyle when the cold runs slow. They talk price, I talk flow. They need banks, I don't know. Whole system in my phone. If it's locked, I leave it alone. Money in motion, that's the way. If it's idle, it's a way. Fast car, money move, on chain life, no excuse. Private plays, private views. We don't wait, we execute. Yeah, fast car, money move. You'll stay up, never lose. Luxury and latitude. Money moves, how I choose. Lifestyle funded by systems. Welcome to the other side. We're live.
Boys are back. That is the wrong camera. Got the sparkling water on deck, the monster on deck, and whatever you call this. Not really sure. Let's check the market here, and let's just see how everything's doing. Kind of a blind look. Did the jump rope earlier this morning and got out of the shower, and now we're looking. See you guys while you're chatting, because I don't have the fancy dual screen like I have at home. At home, I have the dual screen monitor, so I can see chat, manage the stream while I'm sharing screen over here. So we're a little tighter here. Bitcoin back up to 71, which is nice. My first buys a couple days ago were the dip down to about that 70, 71. So about to break even on that buy, but I did get an even bigger buy down at about 61, 62. So bottom ticking that. Currently, we still could have moved to the downside. So I do want to check the liquidation maps here with everyone and just kind of see what the market's looking like. On their emotions, prey on their greed, prey on their fear, and it does typically just destroy each and every person. Looking like on the 1 year time frame, most liquidations have been taken out. Really, nothing below us. Looking beautiful to the upside long term. Lots of money for the taking. The market makers have a big incentive to send us to the upside, but they're probably picking up some big bags down here as well. Let's go ahead and lower this down to the 6 month, take a little peek. Start looking at some more short-term noise. The shorter we go here. Not looking too bad here. Okay, some liquidations below us definitely. We could take a little trip down to those 60s again. 55, I'm not overly concerned about. Giant liquidity zone here at 80, even more here to the upside. And let's go ahead and take a quick look at the 2 week just to see. Beautiful. Beautiful. 80K could be in our future, boys. Not a buy signal, never financial advice. But if I was a betting man, 80K could be coming here soon. This is the 2 week though, so not a lot of weight to it. But guys, I'm not overly concerned. There's not a lot of people taking out longs right now, crazy long leverage for the market makers to have an incentive to make money off of you. Their job's to make money too, right? And they make money when they wipe out every person taking on too much freaking leverage, which let's be real, most retail traders are probably doing. Check the market here real quick. Bitcoin 71K, ETH back above 2, looking nice. Solana and Sui. Wow. And on Solana, it's not giving us a strong buy signal on Ethereum yet. Bitcoin did have that big candle, DCA, we got that one super, super nice. Went way too early with the that clip. DCA signal, to be honest, on the weekly. I am quite hesitant. I'm nervous. I want to see some strength in the market before, because I have 20-something grand over on Navi lent out. I could even just show you guys. I've got this ready to go to full port into Sui. I'm just nervous. I feel the same thing everyone feels, right? But I just want to see. Let's see. I think this is the wallet here. This might not be the right wallet. See what we got. 22. 22 ready to go in Sui, which if we take that even back to a $4 Sui, that's gonna be looking beautiful. About a 100K trade right there. But guys, I'm hesitant as well. I'm also scared. So I promise you, I feel each and everything you do. Chainlink bags as well. Big DCA on the weekly. Nice, nice lows. I did rebound. Let's go ahead and filter out the $30 trash positions as well. When it lets me. Anybody else had a super buggy VFAT lately? It's been absolutely terrible. Let's see, main positions in this wallet, Chainlink back in range, just ever so slightly, rebalanced down just a little bit, snuggled it down. It's all good. We have lots of Chainlink on Aave lent out as well, so it's no sweat off my back. Nice, nice, nice. Back in range over here. Boys, throw some questions in chat. Let's see what's going on. How are we feeling about the market? Arrow down so freaking bad. 30 cents. I think I dumped some big bags of Arrow in November, December. So definitely avoided a lot of this drawdown right here. Looking to reopen a position, have not done so yet. Don't want to sit on my hands too long, but it's nice to have it in Bitcoin and not in Arrow right now. It takes all the pressure of performance away. I'm not nervous of anything going wrong. How we doing, boys? 8 of you watching, hop in chat. TA is just astrology, man. No one knows where it's gonna go. It's like those girls that ask you, what's your star sign? And they're like, oh my God, we would never work, stuff like that. TA, Fugazi, 99% of the time. See what's going on. GM, good to see it. Justin, I haven't seen you in a little while. I assume you're back in the US. So I assume it's a little late in the evening for you. I'm glad you're up. I'm glad you're watching, man. Take a little look at this is the wrong wallet. It's too many. This one I opened up. I want to show this one on the mastermind. I'm keeping everything on ETH mainnet on this one. I want things to look super, super simple. So I'm keeping it on mainnet, showing a more institutional type portfolio. So we have about a quarter Bitcoin of wrapped Bitcoin and Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin here. Borrowed 15 grand against it and used 3K of each, one for an ETH USDT pool, doing about 80%. And yes, the yields are much better over on Monad and Layer 2s right now, but I want to keep it simple, stupid, right? For this mastermind, just to show ETH mainnet, not overcomplicate the Layer 2s on this. We have Jake's wallet to show that. Just want to keep it simple. The problem is we put 9 grand in Athena to ETH about a month ago, and it's down 50%. Like literally just right at 50%. So I think that's about a month ago. We could look at Athena's performance. I don't know why. I just really wanted to get some Athena exposure, and I bought at about 25 cents, I think, to be honest. I think I bought like literally the pump right here. So definitely bad move there, but I just wanted to get some Athena exposure. If it doesn't pan out, that's totally fine with me. It's not a big percentage of my portfolio. I mean, definitely not now. It's not a big percentage of my portfolio, but I wanted to get an asset-to-asset pairing in Athena because even back at 9K, that's totally fine too. We can rotate that to some Bitcoin or Ethereum. No, bro, I'm living in Singapore, which is good because you were in Thailand, same time zone. Singapore sounds amazing. Everyone says that's like the cleanest place out here. Like it's so, so nice. I definitely want to check that out at some point. Let me see. I also stated Bitcoin went to 64. Nice. So you like airdrop it to my computer real quick. I don't know what's in my freaking camera roll. Let's see what happens if I just airdrop this. Next there, Extreme Fear, 12. October 10th, obviously one of the worst days in crypto. We hit a 9 of Extreme Fear. Right now, guys, we're at a freaking 5. We're a freaking 5. We are literally twice as bad as the FTX collapse. We are basically twice as bad as October 10th. Will it pan out perfectly? Depends on your time horizon. In a year's time, in 3 or 4 years' time, it is not going to be a bad decision in any way, shape, or form. But in the next day, the next week, the market may move down again. It may touch 60K again, and it just brings more opportunity for those that missed it the first go around. Let's see. Justin, you have the pools printing. How are the pools doing? Extreme fear has always been a good time to buy. Exactly. You're not going to go wrong buying into the extreme fear, especially if it's a long-term assets. If you're buying into some trash in the extreme fear zone, you might not have the same comfort level knowing that one day it'll come back. Even if Bitcoin goes sideways for the next year and then starts to trend up towards all-time highs, I feel A-okay. I would expect the next 3 to 6 months to be actually bullish for crypto. I think macro things are looking good. We're just in a little tight spot right now. And as more and more people get bearish, the more confident I feel in that retail will always be wrong. Jake, come give some value. Give some value.
What are you guys
Just a little market update. Most of my pools went out of range, but I sold off some crappy ones and rebounced the ETH ones. Main thing was to buy more BTC for the treasury. Perfect, as long as you have that plan in.
Opened a new pool.
What's the pool?
The one I told you. Ethereum. Put $70 like you would recommend to test.
H-Chain one?
No, mainnet. Yeah, learn from him. Test small, because most people will go in those Katana pools that you said were so bad, they never paid. Most people will go in. You wouldn't lose anything, but like, you would just like, what the fuck am I doing? So test small. If they pay actually what they say to do, then go all in.
Yeah, the Katana pools were saying crazy yields. And I tested some ones on Hyperliquid about a month ago that were saying they were pledging very, very well, but you see an APR somewhere else, slowly transition a little bit of capital over there, test it, see if it's giving you the APR you expect. Because if it's doing the same, that's fine. You can diversify across different chains, different positions. But if it's doing half what you're doing now, maybe you don't want to open that position. So, main thing was to buy more BTC for the treasury. Yes, and so I filmed a video on this yesterday, actually, and I think it is actually this wallet right here, because this one only has like 6K in pools right now. But our Ethereum pool went out of range, about 5, 6K in that. The DCA down to about 4K worth of ETH, and maybe it's not this wallet. It's because it's mainnet. Here we go. So that pool, instead of rebalancing, I took that Ethereum and I just lent it out as spot ETH. Took it over here, the 4K, about a clean. We opened this late last night, so it's possible it's not hitting that 116, but again, we're testing to see if this will work, and if not, we'll look for a different opportunity to see if it's cash flowing what it is supposed to. But these have only been running for about like 8 hours, something like that. So we got to give it a day or two, see if it catches up to its performance level, and it'll be GG right there, boys. Most pools went out of range. Extreme fear, always a good buy. Of course, of course, of course. If you are not printing what you want to do, if your portfolio is not performing the way you want it to perform, you can always click that link down below and book a call, because we're up to 152 guys. A couple months ago, I remember saying this was like 125. We've onboarded lots of new members recently. Akram joined about a month ago, and he is off 14,000. We had one more guy content up in here. I think it was a DM, actually. I think it was our boy Andrew, actually. Let's see. Curious. Posted this pools, Bitcoin pools, locked in doing, 1,200. That's enough to pay for your dream car. That's enough to pay for Thailand if you're not living like a complete fucking retard like we've been living. But that'll offset pretty much any stress in your life right there. You're already holding the assets. Put them to work. If you're already holding a bunch of Bitcoin in your treasury like Justin, you can borrow a little bit of equity against it. Say you got 50K BTC. Just by borrowing 8 grand of USDT, you can start cash flowing $1,200 a month back into the treasury or into the real world to help fund your white monster addiction like we have. I'm the white monster god, Jake.
That is confirmed.
That is confirmed? Call sign, white monster. Boys, nothing too exciting. The market's just normalizing. I think a lot of people have been shaken out. They're scared. A lot of people are scared to get started. A lot of the newer guys in the community that joined, they're getting in at good prices. They're getting in at attractive prices, so they're not very fearful. They're starting now. They're getting to printing. They have an amazing baseline. This reminds me of back in April. ETH was, I think I basically bottom ticked. I bought it at like 1550, I think, and it went to like the lowest wick was 1400. And that's the thing, guys. Sometimes even on these candles, the weekly, you'll get nasty wicks. This might just be a wick that we touched down to that 1700 and we normalize here at $2,000. Same thing with Bitcoin. You're gonna get those nasty wicks, but it doesn't mean the candle is going to close there. Again, TA, kind of a fugazi. Battery's running low on the mic, boys. We're gonna have to wrap this up soon. Forgot where I was going with that. This reminds me of April though, where I bought that dip. Max Fear, bought in, and within a couple months, I set myself up to go sideways for quite a bit longer, and it did not. So those pools, I mean, they got pushed out of range eventually, but I made so much appreciation of the upside because we pumped like insanity. We pumped like freaking crazy all the way through basically October, right? And so those lent positions on Aave, like the Bitcoin that'll be sitting here, the Ethereum sitting here, these are gonna experience crazy appreciation. Bitcoin is in a 2x zone. When it was 60K and I bought, that's a clean 2x back to 120. Ethereum at $2,000, that's a clean 2x back to 4K. These are primed and ready to freaking launch. I bought like, this one I think was like worth like 18K down there, so it's gonna go back to, you mean 36? 36 grand right there when we get back. Ethereum, pumped to $8,000. Pay off these loans for free, not to mention the pools will be printing cash and the pools will appreciate in value as well. Doesn't look like much printing right now. Spot loss is still stacked though. Of course. This wallet's looking pretty lackluster right now. 13 bucks a day. Nothing crazy going on. It's looking pretty lame. Things just kind of cooled off. The market's sitting. I don't think anyone's really buying. Pretty much so boring. Besides when our editor, Abu, he likes steak. So we've not been eating for as cheap as you'd think most of the time because he wants these fancy steak dinners that are priced just like they are back home. But a lot of like chicken rice. When we're not doing that, we're eating chicken and rice. That's pretty cheap, eating good, trying to maintain a healthy life. I gotta get back in better shape. Living good. We're just working, you know, we try to make it fun. We excited for the mastermind in Koh Samui because Bangkok feels a lot like back home. It's a metropolis, it's a city. It feels like back home, but it's not snowy. So that's the benefit. It's nice and warm out there, lots of new fun stuff to try. But the island that because it's on an island, a giant 9-bedroom villa on an island, we're hosting the mastermind. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that. Schedule like over there, curious. Yeah, I mean, there's no like set schedule to be honest. We wake up. Usually he's filming, Jake beats me up by like an hour. We're filming, did jump rope for like 10, 20 minutes, and now we're going live. Gonna hit the gym right after, and it's really just content. Abu's editing Jake's videos, I edit my own, so a lot of the time I'm just literally just sitting right here editing, or sitting on the couch over there just editing. The M4 Pro Max, this MacBook, it's pretty freaking sweet, man. It was paid for by Liquidity Pools, literally a free laptop, and it's a pretty good workhorse. Feels kind of like the desktop at home. I'd say it might even be a little faster sometimes, which is pretty neat. It's on the go. I can edit from anywhere. Definitely happy I made this purchase for sure. But yeah, it's doing pretty good. Just sitting on some positions, letting those print, and like Smash Toshi said, yeah, it's kind of just chill, kind of normalizing. Yeah, hustle, it's just work. It's not as much vacation as you'd think, but it's one of those things where we have fun working. It's like if I wasn't working, I wouldn't be having fun. If we were just dicking around, it gets old pretty fast. No fun in that. Looking to buy those big SUI buys, but just want to see a little strength in the market yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we get one last good to the downside, just because I haven't seen much leverage open up yet. Let's look on the short term. Let's look on the 1 week. Because if we see it's nice leverage above 72. There's some to the downside. I wouldn't be surprised if we revisit the 60s, but it's honestly starting to stack a lot bigger to the upside. Just prepared either way. I want to see some strength. I would like to wait for something like SUI, wait for a nice confirmed uptrend to be buying into some strength because it's been falling so much. Is this a good buy? I mean, if you were buying at $4, of course this is a good buy. Lower your averages, a strong DCA endpoint on the weekly, like auto DCAs through Robinhood. I don't pay attention too much, to be honest. That's something that's just, they're just gonna print their way out of whatever problems they have. Not too worried about that long term. Looking into some gold strategies actually as well, which I find quite interesting. Let's see. You guys might find this interesting. In each one. But going to test the strategy. Going to go over 50% is going back to Bitcoin, into your treasury, like you were saying in the chat there, Justin. And then maybe you have 25% that maybe not right now because the market this on Navi ready to go. Another 25% of this. So it's about $100 here. You're taking 50 bucks buying Bitcoin, taking 25 bucks, you're buying USDC, right? You're just holding cash. Another $25 of that you could take to something like gold. XIUT, that's like Tether's gold right here. And then PaxG, that's a different gold peg position here. And you can start to build gold bags on the side. I'm lending these on Morpho, earning fuck all. I mean, really, not earning anything. You're lending Bitcoin, you're borrowing, running liquidity pools. You could do the same with your gold. You can start to lend your gold, and again, hedged in two different gold positions, just like I am with Bitcoin. I have wrapped Bitcoin and Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin over here, right? Hedged about half and half. Hedged about half and half, literally $7, just exploring this topic, maybe want to make a video on this. And you could borrow USDT or PayPal USD at 3 or 4%, right? You could take that. You could run gold liquidity pools, 1.5. Little Bitcoin to gold pool right here. I wouldn't imagine this APR is true. I'd expect it to be much lower than that. Right now, volumes are inflated, so it's looking pretty nice. I would not expect that, but we could do a little. Let's just take a peek. XAUT. Let's do Mexi. Not a lot of history on this one. And we start to find a nice range. This is actually kind of crazy. Let's see, 0.27. Let's go a little lower. Let's go 0.25, 26, 0.26. Might become unattractive once we widen it out, but I'm not willing to sacrifice a range for APR. This might be nasty. But again, this is a gold to Bitcoin position. It's supposed to be nice and safe. Let's see, let's find my spot. We can take it to the highs right here, 0.75. And you'll get DCA'd out into gold as Bitcoin appreciates against gold. And it's saying about 50%. I would honestly expect something closer to 20, 25. Yeah, gold exposure in crypto. It's really exciting, right? Because they have tokenized stocks, they have gold positions, and it's something where like if you're looking to sell gold right now, like say you have physical gold, it's something that like you got to go get it verified, checked. They're going to undercut you by X% when you go to sell your physical gold. Not saying you shouldn't have physical gold, but how are you going to take that with you when you travel to Thailand? You're in Singapore. How are you going to fly with your gold to the US? You can't. You can't fly with a bunch of gold with you. Are you doing? But you can bring your gold in your ledger anywhere you want. You can swap it to USDT at any time. You can swap it to Bitcoin at any time. You can literally do anything, and that's the whole thing. On chain, you can do anything at any time permissionlessly. To me, that is very. That's the whole point. It's the whole point of crypto. It's the permissionless. I mean, we deal with guys that are looking, they need help with their banks and stuff like that. Banks are blocking transactions. They're closing their exchanges and stuff like that. And it's like, once you're on chain, that's never a problem. You should keep like, but then I don't have full control of my money. You go to the bank and say, hey, can I get 22 grand in cash? Let's say for what? They won't let you withdraw 10. They won't let you do that. So if I'm not looking to spend, if I am looking to spend it, I could just send this to an exchange and spend it with like, I could spend my Amex credit card, the Coinbase one. I could spend my Gemini credit card and then just send these stables to that exchange to pay the bill. Like, I'm just never going to withdraw this to cash. There's no reason to when the bridges to pay in the real world are right there. Swipe that Coinbase credit card, swipe that Gemini credit card, and just pay it with USDT. Pay it with USDT. Literally, it's just so easy now. It's so easy. Or use Monero or something, but once you go crypto, you can't go back. Yeah, because you just see the fraud for what it is, right? Like, why is someone else in control of my money? It's just never a good thing for me. I don't want someone else to control it. Where was I going with that? Yield, 50%. Something that would be interesting to test out, right? Bitcoin to gold. I don't have my tracer in here, or maybe put a little tester position. How is that a bad thing? You get cashed out from Bitcoin to gold. You're holding gold. Cashed out from gold to Bitcoin, you're holding Bitcoin. I'd imagine for most people, this is like one of the best win-win scenarios you could have. Really, I don't see this wide of a range being a 50% APR. This is just right now with the volumes. Lots of people out of range. Lots of people making this trade actually right now because they're scared. Commodities are doing so well. Bitcoin's doing so bad. So they're rotating commodity super cycle, which is funny because I called that back in October, actually in our school group. I think I made a post about it again the other day. I was like, haha, this is how this is playing out. Let me see if I can, I gotta go to my profile. I called this back in October after the 10-10 crash. I said this was gonna happen. Let's see. I'll find it for you guys quick, I promise. Update on Hopium right here. So 13 days ago, the original post. October 25th, I imagine. Or maybe just saying October of 2025. So let's go. This is again linked to the original post. Let's just go to the current one. And 4-year cycle is always true. Market wrecks everyone. This is when Binance fucked everyone. 10-10. Stocks and crypto are tanking. Crypto's tanking more than stocks right now. But like you said, stocks are kind of toppy. Stocks may print down. Commodity super cycle, safer play. Commodities, like literally as I post this update goes accurately. Full turbo, straight up mode. We're so back, baby. We're so back. So again, I think the liquidation charts give me some hopium that that is true. Things looking stacked to the upside. Internet's kind of shit in Thailand. Nothing below us, lots to the upside, and they gotta be so hungry for this. The guys that open shorts at 125 perfectly, max leverage, just running this all the way down, they're greedy too. They're gonna get smacked. They're gonna get smacked. The market makers eventually, not saying it'll happen tomorrow, but I would say in the next 3 to 6 months, they're gonna fuck these guys. They're gonna fuck these guys so hard. It's GG. So much money to take. It's millions sitting up there. And on lower time frames, there's a lot along the way, but it's looking like a nice ladder for us to the upside. I mean, I don't know. If I was a market maker and I made a bunch of money setting the price to the upside, I'd be buying big, pushing price this way as well. Fuck them. Fuck them. They're betting against us, boys. They're betting against Bitcoin. You don't bet against Bitcoin. But yeah, definitely want to do some content on Bitcoin to gold, doing on-chain gold. I think that'd be pretty interesting for a lot of people because all the same strategies we talk about with Bitcoin, Ethereum, your favorite asset, Solana, Sui, you can do that with gold as well. Buying gold, lending against it, and run gold liquidity pools. I'm sure there is even gold to USDC type stuff. Leverage against it and set pools where once the price reaches a certain point, you do get cashed out, but you made a little appreciation and you're making crazy fees. The opportunities are here. Say we want to catch a 20% drawdown from here. That might be like insanely wide even, but let's do another 10% drawdown. 10% drawdown. Let's do 4,500. 4,500 to the peak of 5,500, let's just say. I don't know what this will look like, guys, to be honest with you, but 5,500. What you get, and I mean, this is crazy, right? If you had like 10 grand of gold, 10 grand of gold, something I could easily borrow 50% against. 10 grand, borrow 5K, you throw 5K into this, and say you're only printing, say you only print 10% a month. It seems like you can't lose. Because, oh no, say you only print 5%. You're making 250 bucks a month off that, cash flow into more gold. A lot of people start to get spoiled with the APRs when things look crazy, right? But it's like if I'm making 50% off gold USDC, if I was making 30%, that is good. That is so good. If you have gold positions, put them on chain, borrow against them, run gold liquidity pools, it's still just GG. Let me sort by fees. About 10 times less TVL. About 10 times less fees, yeah, probably about equivalent there. So I'd be looking to stay on main chains like Ethereum for gold plays probably, 100%. So I might actually do this for the mastermind. Crypto. You have to do this on. Boys, throw some chat questions down if you haven't. If not, my mic is blinking. The battery is about to leave us. I'll answer any questions you guys got for the next like 4 or 5 minutes, if you even have any. Says it's still going. Not at all. Uh-oh. It says so. You sure it's me? It says it's working. It says we're good. GG boys. It says the mic's working. What's the percentage next to the pairing icons on the left? Right here. This is what you're actually charging. This is like your service fee, right? So imagine this gold to USDT right here, right? The way I've set up. Imagine this is an actual exchange counter. You go into the store. You go into the gold store, whatever the fuck. Never bought physical gold. I always bought like on-chain gold or like the perpetuals on Robinhood and stuff. But imagine you go there. This is charged a 0.05. It's the pool fee. It's what you're actually charging. It's how you're actually making money. So it's pretty cool. So you have lots of different fee tiers. So you got to think this one right here, they're charging 1%, and that's why there's not a lot of volume coming through, right? They do have some swaps that come through, but the TVL is low because the market gets, everyone was in the 1%. And at some point, someone came in with a 0.3%, right? And then that became a cheaper place to swap, so everyone starts going there. And then at some point, a 0.5% is open, and everyone starts going there because it's the cheapest place. So it's essentially how it works. Sometimes orders still get, you know. So it's all about balance because you might find one with a higher fee tier that's charging more. So you need less swaps to make the same amount of money, but still it's a math game at the end. Like this one's charging just a little bit less, 0.044, less TVL, earning less fees as well. They're just getting less business through there. The ratio, it's about a 5 difference here, more than a 5 difference here. I'd say this top one's still gonna pay you better. 111, let's see. 28% is doing 116, so they're actually about equal. Just about the same with the ratio there. This one's just doing a slight bit better. But yeah, it's just what you're charging. This is what you're charging customers, right? So it's pretty cool. You'll notice like when new meme coins and stuff pop up, they're usually like on Solana, like it's a 1 or 2% fee tier. You're charging a lot, and eventually someone opens up a 0.5 or a 0.3. The market gets more efficient over time. They start doing that to undercut, and then you get a lot of volume through that one because it's cheaper. And that one grows, and the 2 and 1% pools start to shrink because they're charging an exorbitant amount of fees, and no one's going through them anymore. It's kind of how it works. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. There's no way there's actually no volume. Is there actually no volume? Is there actually no volume? Check, 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 check. It says volume. Where'd the volume go? The connection might just be kind of shit. You know what it is? Probably the VPN. Reconnecting, are we back? Let's see. Let's see if we're back. Are we back? Hello, hello, hello. There's no way. Maybe GG. Reconnecting. Okay, volume's good, volume's good. It says it's good. I turned the VPN off. Hopefully it's back. If you didn't get what I was saying, I'll go over it again here real quickly. This is what you're charging customers, right? 0.05, 0.04. Okay, sweet, I'm back. Cool, cool. Sorry about that, boys. I'm not really sure what happened. Turn the VPN off. This is the fee tier, right? This is what you're charging customers. So essentially, when someone comes in to swap gold for USDT, and you can just shut me up if you've already heard this. I just don't know if it was working or not. So I'll wait for a comment to see if you already heard this, because I don't want to go over it again if you've already fucking heard it. Okay, sweet. Thank you, bro. Okay, wait, Smatoshi. Smash Toshi. I don't know how to fucking say your name the correct way. You commented the other day. Didn't you say some shit like this is getting scammy? What did you mean, bro? Because I didn't understand. It hurt my feelings. Because you've been watching the channel for so long. I recognize your name, so I just wasn't really sure what you meant. I'm not sure, because you're back. But I recognize your name and you fucking dude, because the guys that need this most are the normal fucking dudes that are working jobs, have some crypto, make a little income off of it. It's the normal people that need this. It's not BlackRock that needs this, you know? It's the blue collar guys that have been sitting on some crypto for a while. They have a good chunk. Maybe they've been in real estate and whatnot. They have a 50K, 100K of Bitcoin on the side. They could be making some money. It changes the game. So if you have anything on that, maybe it wasn't you. I thought it was you, because I saw that and it's your username and I've seen you here all the time. And I'm like, what the fuck? One calls, we're doing our group calls and everything, which we did our group call in Thailand time, was at 8 p.m., right? We did that. No. What is not making sense so far? But just let me know. I'm trying to make some content over it. I think Justin, you're in here still too. It seems like it's clicking for you guys. Seen some guys post and like on our other lives we were doing, me and Jake yesterday, I think, where they were saying that they've been printing still through the downtrend. A lot of the monad pools are still doing really, really good. I think even most people's USDCs are doing good. I really am hoping that that Bitcoin USDC on, yeah, gold is dumping, bro. Where's it dumping right now? 15, not 11%. You see a 20% dip. If we get something like this, I'd probably big. Of course. Yeah, I think if you're sitting on gold too, like if you have a bunch of gold on an exchange like Robinhood, if you can get that to a tokenized gold spot, you could run strategies just like this with gold. I think that's a superpower right there. Your risk level is so different. You can be simple too. You could just, when gold's low, when you have gold like down 20%, you can borrow USDC and just loop it around. Get yourself up to like 1.5x leverage. Sell it off when we pump. You're paying a 3% servicing fee on that debt. Not bad. You can use it in pools. If you are making something, what will we do? 5,500 to 4. Yoshi, good to see you back. If you're still lost, bro, shoot some comments, reply to some posts. Copy Jake like everyone else. Do the one on Monad.
Yeah, just copy me, bro.
Sweet boys. I'll give it like 30 seconds, see if any questions roll in. And then, if not, it's gonna be gym time, right? Gym time?
I'm going live first.
Oh, you're going live? Woohoo. Guess I'll be editing for a little bit. Cool. All right. GG boys. Hope everyone's happy. Be safe in the market. Get your DCAs in. Hopefully you bought that. And boys, I will see you guys soon. Somewhere. See you boys.